Hey YouTube, Joseph here doing another deck profile for Yang Zing's. Have all the stuff to have fully constructed a build for the Yang Zing deck, and I'm really excited to show you guys the progress and everything. So before I get into that profile, I just wanted to say happy holidays to everyone. As I record this video, it's the week of Thanksgiving. So I wanted to say that to all you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy your holidays and stuff. Next to that, I want to talk about the Yang Zings for a minute. This deck is pretty much, like everybody knows, it's massive special summon, so they like their monsters to be destroyed by battle card effect, and they get new monsters, and just little stuff like that, which I'll probably go into more when I do the deck. When I go into the review, when I go into the structure of the deck. So, other than that, I just wanted to give that little happy holidays to you all. So, I want to get into the deck. We'll start off with the tuner of the deck. One of the tuners of the deck, Chao-Wen. Chao-Wen pretty much is your go-to tuner. Special summons itself from the graveyard when the Yang Zing monster is destroyed, and also he can special summon Yang Zing monsters, but he's the only Yang Zing that does not care what battle position he puts the monster in. Main deck wise, because Big C and Yazi can put them in different battle positions as well, but they're the extra deck monsters. Main deck wise, this is the one that brings them out in any different position, and then when it leaves the field, when it touch summons itself, it banishes itself. So this is pretty much one of the go-to tuners in the archetype. The second go-to tuner is Jiao-Tu. Jiao-Tu is the second tuner of the Yang Zing archetype. This, you can send 2 Yang Zing cards in your hand, special summon 2 Yang Zing monsters from your deck. One of them has to have 0 attack, the other one has to have 0 defense. This pretty much works with the deck's overall build, is that there's monsters with high attack, 0 defense, monsters with high defense, 0 attack. Jiao-Tu is one of 3 of the monsters, so you can special summon monsters in defense mode, in the attack mode, while the other 3 monsters special summon monsters in defense mode when they're destroyed by battle or card effect. So Jiao-Tu special summons monsters in defense mode, and then he can bring out monsters as well. Then we have Tao-Ti. Tao-Ti is the shadow of the Yang Zing, the highest attack Yang Zing in the main deck, 2200 attack, 0 defense. This is one of the 3 monsters that can bring monsters out in defense position. His added effect is when he uses synchro material for a synchro summon, the monster that they bring out cannot have its possession switched. So your opponent can play cards like mind control and brain control, stuff like that, to snatch the synchro monster for their plays. Next, of course, we have the standard 4 monsters. We have Xiyun, Fire of the Yang Zing, the one that gives additional 500 attack and defense to the synchro summon monster. And he gets monsters in defense position. Ban is the Earth of the Yang Zing. He makes the monster immune to being destroyed by battle and brings out monsters in defense. Next we have is Big C, the second of the monsters who brings who when he sets on the monsters they come out in attack mode. One of 2 of the highest defense point monsters, 2000 defense. He makes the synchro summon monster unaffected by traps, which is really useful this format. And we have Pulao, Wind of the Yang Zing, the last of the Yang Zing monsters who brings out monsters in attack mode with 1800 defense and makes the synchro summon monster unaffected by traps. So that's pretty much all the Yang Zing monsters main deck. We're going to go into the monsters that are not Yang Zing that are in the deck. I have 2 Max C. I like people playing I like to put people into the Max C challenge, and not only that, any added bonus I can get to my hand while I am taken the chance to do such, I do it. I don't have my mass chameleons in this deck. I still have a lot of stuff to just reconfigure outside of this. But Maxi getting mass chameleon is a benefit because some of my monsters don't have any defense, have 0 defense, so I can bring them back in synchro as well. Maxi is pretty much just an additional draw power for my deck, and you'll see later why. Two Scarecrow. This is pretty much part of the Maxi being in the deck as well, that I can recycle the Maxi and not worry about situations where, oh my god, I don't have anything to defend myself and being no DK'd. Oh wait, drop Scarecrow. Only exceptional reason why he's here. One Archfiend of Nefariousness. One Nefarious Archfiend of Nefariousness. Simply because it destroys monsters when during the end phase of the turn your opponent destroyed it. So I can just pretty much destroy Yang Zing. It comes right back. And I can get a monster off of it. That's the only reason why it's still in here. I also have one Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord, pretty much because its ability to Pot of Avarice. If I have all my good monsters in the graveyard and I want to just put everybody back, drop him and he does it for me. And because Chow Win is level 1, I can synchro and make a big guy like starter. So that's the main deck. Monsters, I'm sorry. Ooh, no, I got a text message. On to the spells. Now, I have one Yang Zing path. That's part of the reason why the Maxis are in here. The second reason why the Maxis are in here outside of this is because Maxi and this, I like the combination. This draws me cards. Maxi draws me cards. This puts back Yang Zing monsters if I need them. Maxi lets me draw into them and also draws in the Scarecrows and also the Exodius so that I can put the Zodiac back. If I had multiples of it, I would still run the Maxis. I'd probably take out the Nefariousness to run this as well, just because Nefarious is kind of doing in one of those situational cards. But that's pretty much basic reason why I only have the one and the Maxis are in here. Outside of that, I have one Mind Control because his deck synchro summons like crazy. So taking your monster and synchroing with it is just hilarious. It's like, yeah, you did all that work for a big guy. Now I'm going to snatch it and synchro with it. Ha! One Regeki and Dark Hole. This is simply because it's floaters. And Dark Hole actually benefits me because that means I destroy my own monsters. So, yeah, I can do stuff with them. Two Supply Squad because this deck, this card in the deck Steam just synergized so well. Drawing cards off the fact my monster's destroyed, and not only did I get a monster out of it, I also get to draw a card from my monster being destroyed. So, really, really good. And then the last card in the deck is triple Mystical Safe Typhoon for back row destruction. Next, for the traps, triple Yang Zing Brutality. This card is seeing a lot of play now because the deck that topped a couple of weeks ago ran these. And pretty much there's no downside to this card. You double the original attack and defense of your Yang Zing monster. If it battles with an opponent's monster, then at the end of the damage step, the monster that you doubled its attack and defense is destroyed, which you can pretty much just destroy your monster and then pretty much knock over your opponent's monster and then get a new guy. This helps you against the rogue Bujin decks. You just have to watch out for Crane and Honest, because Crane will double Susano. So unless you're playing like Yazi or Big C to get over Susano, you're kind of in the right. And Honest is, well, it's Honest. So that kind of explains why you should be careful when you play this. Because you do not want to run over an Honest that's way too strong to handle. And especially when you're at low life count too. Next is 2 Transmigration Prophecy. Now, I'm just going to say this because I know people are probably going to say, why are you running Transmigration Prophecy? I don't have enough recovery cards. And now that Trance is at 2, Trance is one of basically, there's no pot of avarice. If pot was still around, I'd be running pot. I can't get to Exodius while he's in the graveyard because I don't have anything to pretty much put him back into the deck. So I put Trance in here just as one of those calls to say, well, if I need a monster, I have Trance, and Trance can put those monsters back. The other benefit is that if my opponent's playing a deck that's trying to put cards back in hand, I can easily just put them back in the deck. So they have to search for that card. And I know side game wise, if I drop a Ryo and then I do this, they can't search for it. So pretty much it's one of those things where you think ahead before you play a card. And that's what I love about Transmigration Prophecy is that it disrupts the graveyard, and then in addition, you can benefit from it as well by dropping cards like Thunder King and Mistake, which your opponent can't. Pretty much it stops your opponent from searching. So it also disrupts that whole aspect. It does a disruption aspect of it as well. Next, for my one-up traps, I have one compulsory evacuation device, one bottomless trap hole, and of course one summon warning. There's no vanities because that card's still too expensive, so no vanities. If I did have vanities, I'd run it too, but it's one of those situational themes for me. Because I'd have an issue with situational cards, but I don't knock the card because it's really good. Alright, so going on to the extra deck. Pretty much the same symbol of cards in the extra deck. One Mist Valley, one Mistburg Caldoris, one Allied Justice Caster, one Samsara Dragon, one HTS Cybehemoth, one Gaia, one Black Rose, one Stardust, one Scrap, one Blader, of course, the Colossal, because he gets in there, two Baxia, Brightness of the Yang Zing, one Giga Castle, one Leo, and one Star Eater. So that's pretty much the Yang Zing deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And till next time, you guys, this is iStream signing out.